I want to take a moment and talk about the very first time that I realized in my life as a young man that I needed a gun. It was something that I never thought that I did before it, primarily because I was young and I felt like nothing bad would ever happen to me. I'm indestructible. You know how it is being a young teenager and then a young adult, is you just don't really think things will happen to you. And there was a moment in time where really everything changed in that exact moment. Now, before I get into it, I do want to take a moment and thank ES Power Drink for helping me lose weight, for supporting me through my health. As many of you may or may not know, I had a heart issue last year, and being able to put down Trinidad scorpion peppers without it destroying my mouth and stomach has allowed me to lose weight. I sleep better, I burn fat better, I have a better outlook on life, I have more energy. And I think there's just really a ton of benefits that we haven't even gotten to. But I just want to thank them for that and that continued path that I'm on. That link is below. All right, now I want to first start with when I realized I needed a gun. It wasn't my first gun. I actually had owned a gun before that, or a few to that matter, because I was into hunting when I was very young. When I was like 17, 18 years old, I went out and bought a field shotgun, a Mossberg 500 field shotgun. Love that shotgun. And I've actually come across the guy that I sold that to recently. I think I'm going to get my hands back on that gun. But I didn't think I needed a gun. That was for sport. It was for fun. It was for, getting some food, that sort of thing. It was definitely not for this idea that, well, I better have a gun in the house to be safe. The first time that I really thought to myself I needed a gun, and I'll kind of talk about the gun I bought as well, but I'm going to lead with, don't make fun of me in this moment. Don't make fun of me. But when I first thought to myself, man, I need a gun, it was in December of 1999. I had just gotten married. We just moved into a house in Kansas City, in Midtown Kansas City, Missouri. And I was in college, and there was the Y2K scare. Everybody thought, well, what's going to happen when midnight of 1999 happens and 2000 hits? Are all the computers going to crash? Like, what's going to happen? And again, I warned you, don't make fun of me, but we all kind of thought that. I mean, it was all over the media. Everybody was talking about it. Nobody really, I guess, in the end, knew what was going to happen. At least they told you they didn't know it was going to happen. I sure didn't know it was going to happen. Deep down, I believed everything would be fine, but there was just that level of uncertainty. And that was enough for me. There's a point where there's enough uncertainty in the future of the world, or enough uncertainty in just the future of the next few days, or what it's going to be like when the sun goes down, or there's just enough uncertainty that it made me think, you know what, I need a gun. I need a gun. And strangely, I already knew what kind of gun I was after. I wanted a rifle, and I went out and I bought an SKS. It was a Chinese SKS. It was in fantastic condition. And to me, having an SKS with plenty of ammo in that 7.62 by 39 was great. Like, I would do great with that rifle. Can hunt with it, can defend my home with it, could defend myself with it. If I needed to go walk out in the world and have a gun over my shoulder, it had a wooden stock, so it didn't really look all that scary. Just looked like I'd be walking around with a hunting rifle kind of thing. And that gun made sense. But I shared this story not to say you should go out and get an SKS or a Mossberg 500 for that matter. I share this story with you because I think it's important that in every person's life, you kind of reflect on that moment in time where you thought, you know what, I really need a gun. And I say that because I think there's millions of Americans right now in this very moment thinking, I really need a gun. I've always been against it. Maybe they're very anti-Second Amendment or have been, but are looking around and thinking to themselves, you know what, I need a gun. And that's that uncertainty. You should trust that. You should always trust your instincts. If you think, well, man, I need to do this thing so I can be safer, you should do that thing to be safer. And it's okay. Like it's okay. Because for me, I just had a couple hunting rifles and a shotgun. I never, it never crossed my mind that I needed to defend myself or my home. And I'd lived in Kansas City for a number of years. But it was in that moment that I just thought, you know what? I need a gun for my safety. There is enough uncertainty in the future that it just makes me feel a little more comfortable and I sleep better at night. And that makes it all worth it, all in itself, even if you never use it, in my humble opinion. But I believe now there's way more uncertainty in the future than there was back then. I mean, if you were to sit there and say to me now, are you more concerned about the future now than you were in December of 1999? Heck yeah, I am. Heck yeah, I am. And I realized that 25 years ago to the day that I realized, wait a second, I should go out and I should get myself a good self-defense, home defense rifle because I could possibly need it. And I think we're all in that right now. And I'm just going to encourage you. In my opinion, if you feel like you need it, you should go get one. And it's that moment in time that you kind of realize, I'm uncertain about the future. Like there was this level of security and safety that I had in the world. I don't have it anymore. That's the time that you want to go out and get yourself a firearm. And I just want to give all those people that have always been against guns but are thinking to themselves, I should probably go get a gun. It's okay. Go get a gun. It's okay. It's okay. So there you go. There's what was for me the day I thought to myself, man, you need a gun. It was right before Y2K, about December this time. It was right before Christmas time too. So, you know what? 25 years later, I still think I need guns. That never has changed for me. So any thoughts or insights you might have on this, definitely put it below. Do want to take a moment and say most people watch the channel, hey, they're not subscribers, click that subscribe button. Greatly increases the algorithm and our ability to get these messages out. That link is also below. But most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. Please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.